Welcome to another episode of Crimson Sin with Tamsin Leigh. I am your host, Tamsin Leigh. The Caffey family, devout Christians, were active members of Miracle Faith Baptist Church. Erin sang in the church choir, and Terry, Erin's father, served as a youth pastor. They resided in the small rural community of Alba, Texas, which had a population of 492 at the time. For 3 years, the Caffey children were homeschooled using a Bible-based curriculum. This decision was partly due to Erin's diagnosis of attention deficit disorder. 6 weeks before the murders, the children had returned to public school, with Erin attending Rains High School. The tragic fate of the Caffey family began 5 months prior to their deaths, when Erin Caffey started dating 18-year-old Charlie Wilkinson. The two met while Erin worked part-time at a Sonic restaurant, and their relationship quickly became serious. Wilkinson gave her a promise ring, a family heirloom that had belonged to his grandmother, and expressed his desire to marry her. Upon seeing the ring, Erin's mother, Penny, insisted she return it. Her parents, however, had concerns about the relationship. Terry Caffey later stated that he had reservations about Wilkinson from the beginning, saying, "There were just things about him that didn't sit right with me." His instincts proved correct. The Caffey family was deeply involved in their church and shared a passion for music. Erin's brothers, 8-year-old Tyler and 13-year-old Matthew, played guitar and harmonica, while their mother Penny played the piano at church. Erin had been the family's vocalist, but that changed after she met Charlie. Around this time, the once studious teenager's school performance began to decline. Her parents, concerned, researched Wilkinson online. What they discovered convinced them that they needed to separate him from their daughter. Wilkinson's MySpace page contained numerous sexual references and discussions of alcohol consumption. When Erin broke her phone curfew in February 2008, the Caffeys demanded that she end the relationship. That same month, Erin began discussing killing her parents with friends, believing it was the only way she could be with Wilkinson. As a result, Erin Caffey devised a murder plot with Charlie Wilkinson and his friend Charles Waid. Accounts vary regarding who orchestrated the plan. Terry Caffey disputes the notion that it was his daughter's idea, while Wilkinson claimed he suggested they simply run away together, but that Erin insisted on murder. On the night of the attack, Wilkinson and Waid drove to the Caffey residence. Erin and Wade's girlfriend waited in a car nearby. Before entering the property, Wilkinson told Erin that he would have to kill her younger brothers to eliminate any witnesses. She reportedly responded, "I don't care, just do what you gotta do." Inside the house, Wilkinson went to Terry and Penny's bedroom and shot the sleeping couple with a .22 pistol. Despite being shot multiple times himself, Terry Caffey was conscious and watched his wife die beside him, unable to move or speak. Wilkinson's gun then jammed, so Waid used a samurai sword on Penny, nearly decapitating her. The two then went upstairs, where Tyler and Matthew were hiding. Terry heard his son Matthew cry out, "No, Charlie, no. Why are you doing this?" As Terry Caffey drifted in and out of consciousness, Tyler was shot in the face and Matthew was brutally murdered as the two attackers took turns using the sword on him. Wilkinson and Waid then ransacked the house for valuables, as Wilkinson had promised Waid $2,000 for his assistance. Finally, they doused the furniture with lighter fluid and set the house ablaze. Miraculously, Terry Caffey regained consciousness as the fire engulfed the house. He crawled out of a window and, despite his injuries, managed to crawl for an hour to a neighbor's house. where he was able to alert authorities. Upon seeing Terry's condition, the neighbor reportedly told police, "Where isn't he bleeding from?" Terry was rushed into emergency surgery. Once stabilized, he identified Charlie Wilkinson as the perpetrator to sheriff's deputies. Authorities immediately located and questioned Wilkinson. They also found Erin Caffey in his trailer. She appeared to be in shock and claimed she had been kidnapped. Within 24 hours of the murders, all 4 suspects were in custody and being interrogated. Erin's kidnapping story quickly unraveled. Both Wilkinson and Waid told police that Erin had orchestrated the murders. However, Erin maintained her innocence to her grandparents, insisting she had nothing to do with her family's deaths. Wilkinson testified that he had suggested they run away together. Ultimately, Caffey, Wilkinson, Waid, and Waid's girlfriend were all charged with 3 counts of capital murder. Wilkinson and Waid received life sentences without the possibility of parole. Caffey was also sentenced to life, though she will be eligible to apply for parole after 40 years. Although prosecutors initially sought the death penalty for Wilkinson and Waid, Terry Caffey intervened, requesting that they not be executed. Despite his immense suffering, he chose forgiveness, reflecting his faith. Terry Caffey has maintained a relationship with his daughter since the tragedy. While he admits it was initially difficult, Erin continues to deny her involvement in planning the murders. She maintains to her father that she attempted to flee from Wilkinson the night of the attack, but was forced to remain in the car. Her father believes her. What are your thoughts on today's case? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for listening and your support. Stay safe, and I will see you for the next episode.